We'll just start in another couple of minutes. We are trying to connect the other campuses now. Sorry for the delay. We'll start in another couple of minutes. Okay, very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the Career Development Center, I welcome you all for this orientation. So my name is Dr. Samuel Rajkumar. I am the Director of Career Development Center. So I take care of the placement and training of all the 4 campuses of VIT. So As you know that we follow a centralized admissions, we also follow a centralized placement process. So we have students joining from the other campuses like Chennai, Amravati, and Bhopal for this orientation, and we would like to welcome them also for this orientation program who are joining virtually from their campuses. So before we start with the orientation, I would like to introduce our placement team who are here right now. We have Dr. Karthikeyan, who is a deputy director. Can you just come on stage, please? Just, Dr. Karthikeyan is the deputy director of Career Development Center. We have Dr. Anu Baisal, who is the assistant director of Career Development Center. Dr. Ganesh, who is the placement officer. Mr. Karthik, who is the assistant placement officer. Mr. Dhananjayalu, who is the placement coordinator. Mr. Prasanna, placement coordinator. Mr. Pradeep is the placement coordinator. Mr. Sadasivam is our attender. We also have Mr. Shanmugam here, who's the attender. We also have 3 more assistant directors who are not here. So one, Dr. Satish, who takes care of the MBA placements. Dr. Manigandan, who is in charge of this campus engagements and internships and certification. And we have Dr. Mohana Srinivasan, who is in charge of the life sciences placements. So why am I introducing this team to you is we are a very, very small team. So we also have assistant directors and deputy directors from the other campuses who coordinate the process. But this is the team. This is a very small team which takes care of the placements. Till last year, it was about 10,000 students placements. This year, as of now, we have got about 15,000 students who have registered for placements. So these are the 5-6 people. Yeah, I don't know the names. Do you have the names? So this is a team which takes care of 15,000 students placements, logistics. So when we start with our placement process, we'll have about 4 or 5 companies doing a recruitment on a given day. And given the student strength and the number of companies that they coordinate, this is a very small team, as you know. So we also have the student coordinators. So I will ask them to introduce themselves on stage so that any queries when you attend the recruitment process, you can meet them there. Can you just come and tell your name and the branch one by one, and just you can move out, and then we can start with the presentation. Just tell your name and the branch.
I'm Nandini Batwara and I'm from BTech IT. I'm Teresa Jacob and I'm from BTech CSE Core. I'm Sara Hassan and I'm from BTech CSE Core.
I'm Komal Jain and I'm from BTech CSE with Blockchain.
Myself, Dia Ramani, and I'm from BTech IT.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sania Mehta from BTech IT. I'm Saundari Lahiri from MTech Software Engineering. I'm Niveta. I'm from Integrated MTech Software Engineering.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kaveri. I'm from MTech Software Engineering.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Pranav Padi from BTech IT.
Hello guys, I am Dev Mehta from BTech CSE Core.
Hello guys, I'm Aman Barnawal from BTech CSE Core.
Hello guys, I am Vardhaman from BTech BBS.
Good morning all, myself Gokul from MTech Integrated Software. Thank you.
Hello guys, I am Manan Agarwal from MTech Computer Science Engineering.
Good morning all, I am Nagatarun from Integrated MTech Software Engineering.
Myself Shanmugapriyan, I am from MTech Software Engineering.
Okay, thanks everyone. Just give them a big round of applause actually. So again, they are all from your gang or your batch. So they have come through a selection process again, and they have volunteered themselves. So we are not paying them. So we are all paid by VIT. But they are not paid by VIT. They have volunteered themselves to help us and help you in the process. So as and when you have any queries, please do respond to them. Please respect them, because they are also like your fellow students. They are not your slaves. So if you have any genuine queries, you can ask them, and whatever instructions or rules and regulations that they tell you during the process, it is told by us. So it is not they are going to tell their own rules and regulations. It is they will communicate whatever we have said, and you are bound to follow whatever they say. Okay, any deviation or disrespecting them during the process, we will not take it lightly. You will be debarred from the recruitment process. Okay, thank you. Actually, we'll start. Okay, so I'll just start with the presentation. This is going to be a very short presentation. After that, we have a couple of presentations by one of our assistant director, and after that, we will also talk about how do we do a digital process and what are you supposed to do when you start attending the process. Okay, as I told you, actually, our center is called Career Development Center, and we cater to the placements of all the 4 campuses of VIT. So apart from placement training, just wanted to give a brief about what our center does. So we also do career counseling. So in case if any of you are interested in higher education, whether it is going to be your master's here or master's abroad, or if you want to join any of the higher education institutions here, what are the process? Everything Dr. Anup Baisal is in charge of that, who came on stage now. So you can reach out to him in the placement center. So we also facilitate internships and certifications. So as you all know, many of you would have done certifications. So we facilitate those certifications. So apart from them, we facilitate hackathons and other campus engagements on campus. Okay, so we have already started with the registration process. So just wanted to clarify, we have registered students with 2 current arrears. So as of now, this is not going to be a one-time registration. So students with multiple arrears, in case if they clear their arrears, they can register again after the results are out in July. So as of now, we have registered students with 2 current arrears. Since all of you are, most of you, except for TCS CSBS branch, all of you are from PG. Your PG internship placements will start sometime in March, immediately after our training is over. So at the time of appearing for the process, we will allow only students without arrears to sit for the process. So in case if you are, some of you have registered for weekend intra-semester and all, if you are clearing the arrears by that time, as and when you start clearing, you can attend the process. But as of now, students with 2 current arrears will be eligible only for the training programs that we have organized. Because why we have allowed you now to take the training program is actually you will be going for internships immediately in July, August. So you may not be available when we do the training program then, in case if you clear your arrears. So we will do the training. So I think February and March is going to be a period for the training. So I think we are starting our first phase of training from tomorrow onwards. I think you would have got the schedule, and it's mandatory for everyone to attend the training. So why I am saying this is I'll show you the placement stats of VIT over the years, and this year it was tough in placements, and next year is going to be tougher because of the US elections and other the economic slowdowns that are happening in the job market. So the opportunities are going to be less unless otherwise you train yourself and upskill yourself. It's going to be very, very difficult to get even a single job offer. Forget about the super dreams and dream offers and all. So no, I'm not trying to scare you. This is the fact of life. So the month of February and some part of March, where we are going to do the training for you, is going to be crucial for you, and that will determine your career, where you're going to start your career. Okay. So the training programs will happen in the evenings because we don't want to disturb majority of the classroom schedule. So it will happen in the evenings and also during the weekends. So please attend the training. So it's going to be difficult for you, but you have to face this difficulty because we are trying to help you to build your career. And this month, leave alone all your other extracurricular activities and focus on training. Okay. So February, the July to August, we have the Super Dream placements will start but for you, the internship placements will start from the immediately after Rivera during March. Okay. So we have just started inviting companies. We will start inviting them once our database is ready. And the likelihood is it may start in March or even before that, in case of we want to be early in getting companies because we know the numbers that they're going to recruit this year is going to be less compared to the previous years because of the constraints that they have in the market. So whoever goes in first, so they will hire. And for all PGs, this is a word of caution. See, most of the students in the previous year who have got into good companies, they have got them only through the internship model. So when you start attending recruitments along with the BTechs, it's going to be much more tougher. I'm not trying to degrade you because of the volume we have. It's going to be tougher, but this is a route which most of the PG students have taken and they have landed up in jobs. See, we have different categories of companies. We will slot them so that to protect your interest as well as the institution's interest. But internship route is going to be the major route of getting into any good company. And going by the past records, whoever has got an internship, 90% of them have been given a full-time offer after the internship. So once you get an internship, almost it is certain that you get an offer, but we also advise you to take a backup placement officer whenever backup placement offer, so that in case, so last year it was a downturn, so the 90% became 70%. So you should not get into a situation that you end up with no offers. So we have been advising the students who get into internships, please have a backup offer just in case due to external circumstances or environment. If the internship is not getting converted, you can still have a backup offer so that you can go and join the company. So there were instances couple of years back when Intel came and hired about 150, 200 students from VIT. We still gave the advice because immediately the students were referring to their earlier senior batch. In that batch, actually, all the students who were recruited by Intel were converted in January itself, though their internship got over in May. For this batch, the last year batch, which graduated in 2023, they couldn't convert because of the slowdown. So what they said was they extended the internship from May to September, and they started converting slowly, many of them. Still, there are some students who couldn't get a conversion. So now they are coming and asking, actually, so can we attend any other placement process? We gave them multiple opportunities. We asked them to take a placement offer as a backup. They didn't do that. And now they are in a situation where they don't have any jobs because there are no off-campus recruitments that are happening. So our sincere advice is, even if you get an internship offer, please take a backup offer. Okay, as per the rules and regulations given by the university placement cell. So the placement process is throughout the year. We start from March and it goes till you graduate in the next year, May. So except for Diwali holidays and term and exams, we will have recruitments going on regularly, even during your CAT period. If there are some good companies coming in, we will schedule interviews. Please do not worry about your attendance during CAT, or please do not worry about your recats. All that will be taken care, because VIT is a very, very friendly institution as far as placement is concerned. Okay. So we do not worry about your attendance. We want everyone to be placed. Okay. And we will try to help you. Having said that, when we say we are very friendly, we will be friendly when you follow the rules that are given by the placement cell, which we follow a very transparent model. We do not change rules in between. We want to be unbiased towards all the 15,000 students who are placed. We may not even know who you are, from which branch you belong to, but we will be unbiased. So please follow the rules, and please have some ethics, and because the one unethical thing that you do will affect the placement of another sincere student who is deliberately thinking of getting a placement. Okay, so, and it will also spoil the institution's name. The companies blacklist the institutions based on the students' behavior and the ethical values they carry. So all of you want to get a good job, that's fine. But let us follow the rules of the game, and we follow the rules actually. Okay. So the placement process will be throughout the year. Okay. So this is the placement calendar. As I told you, this is between March and July. You can take a photo, but we will also share. There's nothing secret in it. We will share it with all of you after the presentation. So, so there may be some companies which may offer a lesser CTC. So the general criteria is any companies that offer a 10 lakhs and above is termed as a super dream company. But there may be instances that some company says their CTC is 9 or 9.5. We'll still go ahead with a super dream category. So how do you find out which category the companies belong? It is your duty to go and check the placement notice. The category will be mentioned on top of the notice. So please don't come and tell, sir, I was not aware of the category of company. So please check the notices before you apply for any job. Okay, so I'll talk about Neopat. So I think all of you would have got into the Neopat portal now. So there is also a presentation for about 5-10 minutes after my presentation by the Neopat team. See, all the placement job notifications will come through Neopat, except for few, which we may use a Google Doc to register you for placement in case if the fields that are asked by the companies are much more than whatever we have on the Neopat portal. But all the job notifications will come through the Neopat portal. So your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Insta, your Snapchat is going to be Neopat, because you have to check in or log in every day and see what is the job notification coming. You will also get a notification from us through mail, but the deadline which is going to be given is going to be very, very short. You may not have even a day. So some companies may ask for database immediately. So you may get only about 4 or 5 hours of time to apply. So they will tell you how to upload your resume and other details. But please ensure that you have all the fields that are there on the Neopat portal are filled correctly and updated as per the latest records. And also have your resume updated and uploaded in the portal. See, for PGs, some of the internship companies like Intel, they don't even do a test process. They'll ask for resumes. They take about a week's time to shortlist students based on the resume. So you may be a 9-pointer. You may not get shortlisted, but a student with a good resume with a 7-pointer gets shortlisted. So please take time out and upload a good resume on the portal, because as a PG, so we will not even ask for your resume actually when the process starts, because everything will be through the Neopat portal. So please ensure that you upload the latest one. You can edit your resume anytime. You can edit your academic credentials anytime. CGPA, you may not have an option of editing it. We will upload at the back end from the whatever is there in the academic office. But be truthful in whatever you are uploading in the portal. So if your 12th score is 69.9, it is 69.9. Don't round it off as 70%, because what happens is actually, see, you may cheat the system, you may attend the process, but you may get an offer, but at the time of joining, there may be some other recruitment manager or HR manager who will be checking your academic credentials. And if you have said something wrong, which is not there on your academic mark sheets, then your offer gets denied at that point in time. Please foresee a situation where you graduate, go after 1 year, and then go without a job at the time of joining. This will be the greatest disappointment of your life. And wherever you go and apply for another job, the question will come, actually, why did you not get a job, or what made you to lose your job? So whatever that you have submitted to the university, whatever is there on the mark sheet, that will be your academic scores. Okay, please do not bluff anything and you will get caught. If you are caught here through us, if the recruitment manager says, then we will not allow you for any further campus recruitments. So be truthful in whatever you are doing. Okay, so please take time out. So we don't give any resume template to upload. We give you an option to do your homework, have your own creativity, and then create your own resume and upload it. Okay. So there will be a short presentation by the Neopat team after my presentation, so that if you have any queries, you can ask them. Okay, so we talked about training. So we will do lot of training now. We will have mock interviews. So we have engaged with a tool wherein you can give your mock interview, and then you can see your own reports. So that we will tell you later. How do you go about it? You can do it on your own. We also will do some group discussion training. We will also do some mock interviews, interview preparation training. We also do a lot of coding and other training. Please ensure that you attend all the training. Since the volume is more and the number of companies or number of recruitments that are going to be less this year. So what we have decided is we will, going by the past year records, we will do multiple tests and we'll tell you whether you are eligible for a super dream offer or not, placement offer or not. So when we start with this super dream offer training, we will do one test process. We'll tell you actually where you stand. You will get a report on that. We will do multiple tests, and before you go for the placements, we'll do one more test and tell you whether you will be eligible for some companies. I see there are instances where a student with 9.5 pointer could not get into 300 companies which came for recruitments. He was not even clearing a test process. So what happens is actually many of the companies go with the CGPA as the initial criteria, and they shortlist people, and many people do not even get shortlisted in the test. So there is no point in sending all the 9 pointers and asking them to attend all interviews, wherein a good student, maybe he has a lesser CGPA, he may not get even a chance to attend the recruitment process of a good company. So what we are trying to do is actually, so we will do multiple tests. We will give you multiple chance to upskill your coding skills before you sit for your process. Again, this will be applicable for the non-CS students also. There may be a question that may be coming. Actually, we are starting with the super dream offer training. I am from MTech mechanical related branch, or if I'm from MTech civil or the MTech VLSI, or so why should I attend this training? So I may not even get a chance to attend any of the product companies. So whether you like it or not, all the companies, whether it is CS or non-CS, they have coding as one of the selection criteria when they do the selection process. Okay, so there are no shop floor jobs now for non-core, non-CS branches. We are from core engineering. Everything has been automated, and they require programming skills to sit for the selection process. Say, for example, when Maruti was visiting VIT before 7-8 years, they will come and hire about 10 students from VIT. So 10 students out of 10, 5 will be from mechanical, 3 will be from EEE, and maybe 2 from instrumentation. Till now also they come and hire. All the automotive companies come and hire. So they want students with computer science. So they say we will hire 5 from CSC and rest of from the core engineering branches. But the CSC profiles that they offer, they say if they have some coding or programming knowledge, we will still hire them. So that is one of the reasons actually we are giving the programming training to all the non-CS students. And if you decide to attend IT services companies like TCS or Cognizant, where all the branches are eligible, all UG, PG courses are eligible, they have a coding test as the selection criteria. So though they may have aptitude, they give more weightage to the coding part because they offer different profiles. They offer TCS Digital, which is about 7 lakhs per annum. They have TCS Prime, which is about 9 lakhs per annum. So if you are doing a company specific training, please attend those training as well, even if you are from a non-CS branch. And for those students who belong to MCA from Vellore branch, I think we missed out on the lit coder training. That is mandatory now. You will have to do a lit coder training before you complete the this is going to be an online training where the other MTech software engineering, other students have completed the training. We will start, we will give you about a month's time before you come for the process. Before that, there are 4 modules that you need to complete the training online and then come for then only we will allow you for the placement process. Again, please do not mistake us that we are forcing you to do some training because this is for your own benefit. So I am with VIT. See, all this comes through experience and the past data which we have regarding placement. So what I'm trying to say, I am with VIT for the last 26 years, all through in placements. So if you want to take my words, please take and take the training seriously if you want to get into any of the good companies. Okay, this is the placement policy guidelines. This also will be shared with all of you. Please ensure that you go through this placement guidelines before you apply for any job. So we do not force anyone to apply for any of the companies. But if you apply, you will have to attend the process. Okay. So you may ask a question actually, can I withdraw from the process if I am not satisfied with the criteria or eligibility given by the company? Yes, you can withdraw. So if there is a pre-placement talk and if you do not want to attend the process based on some criteria which is given by the company, they say that there's going to be a 2 years of service agreement or your job location is going to be in Mumbai, Delhi, where you do not want to go, you can withdraw from the process, giving a letter to the student placement coordinators stating the reason for your withdrawal. The reason should be there. If it is not there in the job profile that is already shared by the company, then you can withdraw. If it is already shared by the job profile, which is posted through the Neopat, and then you can come and say, I have not seen the job profile, I have applied by mistake, I want to withdraw now. You cannot do that. Okay. So please ensure when you go through a JD, you see all the details which are mentioned in mentioned by the company on the job profile. Okay. So this will be shared with you. So if you take say for example, you get into companies like VMware or NetApp or the Intels. So it is termed as a super dream internship placement. So you will not be parallelly allowed to other internship or placement which comes under the super dream category. You will be allowed to take a much lower offer, which is a dream offer, which is between 6 and 10 lakhs placements only. Again, you cannot go for another internship. If you get one internship, so there stands your internship process. There ends your internship process. You can go for a placement process based on the criteria that is given. So that will be shared. It will be also available in the Neopat portal and the DAP portal, so that you, as and when you have some doubts, you can go and ask them. Okay, this is 2024 placements, which is not, this is your immediate senior batch. This is last year's placements to 2023. So you can see the downturn, the impact of downturn in the placement numbers. Still we are doing this is, again in the country we are doing better. Our competitors are 50% of what we have done this year. But having said that, it's going to be much more tougher in the coming years. So this is the current year numbers. So you can see we have scaled up to 900 companies and all the previous year. As on date, we have done about 582. We will close it around 700 companies, which may be the highest in the country, but which will be lower in terms of VAT standards. This is again the number of students who could get placements. About 85% of the students who registered for placements in the previous year, they get at least one job offer. So as of now, we have touched about 55 to 60%. So by the end of this year, end of this academic year, we may go up to 70, 75, which is again a good number compared to other institutions. But as an individual, you should take much more caution. You should be in that 70% and not in the 30% who are going to go without jobs. Okay. VAT will give you multiple opportunities, but it is going to be your chance. The effort that you are going to put in will get you a job. Okay, these are number of super dream offers. This is again for all UG, PG. There is a slump there. See, everywhere you see, I'm not trying to scare you again. I'm just telling you, you'll have to be more serious in your placement preparation. Okay, so you may see the average CTC going up with the 5,800 students that we have got placed now. The difference is the IT services companies that recruit, they have not recruited this year. So we are now doing the TCS and Cognizance now. So our numbers may increase, but the average CTC will come down. So that is the status now. Okay, these are some of our regular recruiters. If you are from the core engineering branches, you can expect these companies. But so when we start with the placement process, you will see a lot of CS related notices coming in for the recruitment process. If you are from a non-CS branch, please don't get disappointed, because other than the internships, the placements for the core engineering branches happen in the final semester, because most of the core engineering companies that come for placements, they do the recruitments between Jan and May, and the students who get recruited, they go and join in June. So when we start with the placement process, you may see only the IT and IT related notices coming in frequently. Please don't get disappointed. So your chances will come for the recruitment process. Okay, so regarding women diversity, so there will be multiple recruitments done by these companies. So they will come once for all the male and female students, and the second time they have done exclusively for the girl students actually. So as a girl, you will have much more opportunities for in the recruitment process. Okay, so these are all consulting and data analytics companies. So if you are from non-CS branches, okay. So if you are from non-CS branches, you can attempt these companies' recruitments as well. So you may be thinking, actually, I'm not good at coding. For that only, we are giving you a training in the programming and coding. You will be eligible for this kind of analytics and consulting companies. which may fall under the Dream IT category. So if you are from, can you be silent, please? Okay. So if you are from a core engineering branch, if you take any offer with these companies, you will be still eligible for a core engineering placement offer. Say, for example, if you are from a manufacturing or mechatronics branch, and you get into any of the consulting companies like Deloitte, and if you have companies like Maruti or any of the automobile companies coming in later, you will be still allowed to sit for the process. But if you take an offer, your IT offer gets cancelled. Okay, so we have already talked about if you are from a CSE branch, there are some students who come and say from the computer science, I do not know coding. I do not know programming. I am not interested in programming. So please understand, when we say consulting companies or data analytics companies, people have a misconception saying that I am going to get into a consulting job. See, all the companies which come here and recruit from the consulting or analytics, they recruit you for their software jobs only. So you don't get a business consulting profile for any of these companies that come on campus, even if it's there from the consulting or analytics. So the company's expectation, if you are from the MTech software engineering or an MCA branch or MTech CSE related branches, will be very high, because you are supposed to know more in programming, data structures and algorithms, those kind of subjects, rather than a non-CS student who's going to attend the process. So if you are not good in programming, please have an interest developed for that. We will have some placement portals like Neopat and others given to you. Please ensure that you start coding from this month, do some practice on lead code, and come for the recruitments. You have 1 more month of time for preparation. Okay. So please ensure that you have good programming knowledge before you come for the process. And we have already see the online courses. So if you are from, I think most of you are from the PG courses. See, based on your area of interest, at least have 1 or 2 Coursera or Udemy courses. So though it is not given due recognition by the industry, they see that you have got some knowledge, you have attained some knowledge on your area of interest, which can be put on your CV. When you go for the interviews, it is given more value, because when you join any company, they don't see that you don't have this kind of teaching what the university does. It's more of task oriented job. So you will be given a task and you have to do a self learning before you complete the task. So the companies that come on campus, they see that you have an interest of doing a self learning course through Coursera or Udemy, and it also gives you a foundational concepts when you go for the recruitment process. So if you have not done any of the Coursera or any of the courses, at least have 1 course before you come for the selection process. Okay, so these are some of the records which we do not want to talk. Actually, everything's there on the website. So this is some of the industry certification. So we have been telling all of you to do the industry, at least do 1 industry evaluated certification before you come for the recruitment process. Many of you have done. The industry trend now is even the IT services companies are going for skill-based hiring or certification-based hiring. If you ask your seniors, Cognizant is doing a recruitment drive only for those students who have done a certification. So they are eligible to sit for a process, selection process, only if they have done a AWS or a Salesforce or Microsoft Azure or any of the certification which is there on the, which is an industry evaluated certification. So again, you need to put much more effort to get a certification. We will float the options available now. So till it will take about a month or 2 to complete a certification. If you have not done any of the certification, please ensure that you at least have 1 certification before you come for the recruitment process. If you are from VLSI, you can go for a Maven Silicon certification, which is much valued for the recruitment companies that come on campus. They see the certification as a value addition. So this, we have been telling you from the first year orientation onwards, we have been sending multiple mails. The undergrad BTech students, instead of having one, many of them have got 2 certification now, who are coming for the your own placement process, which is going to happen for July for them. So please ensure that you have at least this certification when you go for the selection process. Okay, so what others do? So you will have a lot of students, friends who are studying in other institutions. You also, if you are a 2-year MTech student, you would have come from some college where the college says you prepare for aptitude test, because their only source is going to be IT services companies. So again, we say that you have to prepare for aptitude. We have done some soft skill training. We will be doing some training. Aptitude is going to be there in all the recruitment process. Your test process is your first hurdle. So unless otherwise you may be very good in your programming, data structures, or you may be very good in your domain specific skills. So unless otherwise you clear the aptitude and the programming test, you are not going to be eligible for the recruitment process. The training which you are going to do, the company specific training like TCS, Accenture, all will have aptitude components into it. And whatever you have learned in your soft skills, please brush up those and come for the recruitment process. So this is a brief what you should do. So we will give you only opportunities to attend the process. So unless otherwise you upskill yourself, it's going to be very, very difficult here for the recruitment process. Okay, so if you do not have a LinkedIn account or a GitHub account, please do that now. If you are from computer science background, you have your GitHub and start posting in GitHub and have that in your resume. So this adds a lot of value to your resume. And whether you are a CS or a non-CS branch student, have a LinkedIn account and start communicating with the recruiters who do off-campus recruitments. See, last year and year before last, we have about 100 companies coming and recruiting students for internships. Okay. So, and these are all good companies. They are not from the IT services where they come and hire in mass numbers. They hire very few students. And if you are unable to get it through the PAT center, you should be able to get an internship outside through your LinkedIn contacts. So for that, you start communicating with the recruiters, go and attend the off-campus interviews, because getting an internship is going to be the major route for you to get a good placement in any of the companies. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the points. Just go through. I think it is visible. The first and foremost important point is the eligibility criteria is not fixed by us. Okay, the eligibility criteria is given by the companies and we follow it thoroughly. Even the recruiter who sends the eligibility criteria doesn't have a say on relaxing the eligibility criteria. If it is going to be 70% throughout, it will be 70% throughout. Don't come and bargain with us saying that except in 12th, I have got 70% throughout. I am a 9-pointer in my PG, but I have less percentage in my 10th, 12th. We don't have any say on that. You have to go with the eligibility criteria. So it is not fixed by us. And see, whenever we communicate or invite the companies, all your syllabus and curriculum goes to the recruiting company. So they decide which branch they want to recruit based on the requirements they have. So there may be instances, say for example, Intel might have recruited power electronics last year, so they would not have included power electronics this year. Please don't come and say that power electronics was missed by us. It is not missed by us. It is based on the requirement. They decide on the courses and branches. And again, it comes under the eligibility criteria, which is not fixed by the Career Development Center. Okay. So there are instances, see, again, as I told you, we do not force anybody to attend the recruitment process, but when you register the process, you have to attend the process. Sending mails to us or to the proctor saying that I am not attending the process after the process is over will not help. And if it is a medical reason, you will have to submit a medical certificate issued by our health center. We don't take these 50 rupees medical certificates issued by the outsiders. If it is a genuine, so why I'm saying this again is, when we send about 50 students list to a company and there are only 30 people attending, we are answerable to the company and we have to say why the student has not attended the process. So we don't force, but when you register for a placement process, please attend the process. Okay, again, there is no extension of date or time given for the selection process. There will be no manual registration. Please don't come to the CDC office. Though we love to meet you all, we will not entertain any manual registration. It will be through the portal or through the Google Docs which we share, and we will strictly follow on the deadlines that are given. So once the deadline is over, immediately within half an hour, our placement coordinator will be sending the list to the recruiting company. So there is no way we can add your name into the list if you have missed out on the deadline. So please ensure that you have your deadlines correct. Okay, I talked about any misbehavior or malpractice during the recruitment process. We take it very, very seriously. If you copy in the online test, or if you misbehave with the faculty coordinator or the student coordinator, you do not follow rules, and if it is reported, then we take it seriously. There are instances where the recruitment managers come and say that the student has misbehaved during the interviews. If there is a report coming in from them, we take it very seriously and you will be out of the placement process. So during the online test, most of the tests will happen in our Pearl Block labs. Please do not open any other browser other than the browser that is asked to be opened, or the site that is asked to be opened. So please note all that you are, though there may be instances that you may be taking your test from your hostels as well. If it is in the late night, remotely you can take the test. Please note that if you are cheating the system, the back end, what they have, the recruiters have, they can find out who has copied, who has shared the code to others. Everything is captured at the back end. Please don't think that actually you can cheat the system. It is very, very easy for them, and there are instances they will give you the name and the cheating that the student has done, and we have suspended them or blacklisted from them from the attending other interviews. So you are all PG students. I don't need to tell you, you are all matured. So let us be ethical. It is not going to be a one-time opportunity for you. If you miss out on one company, that's fine. Actually, we will give you multiple opportunities, but be ethical and attend the process without cheating the system or cheating the invigilators. Okay. So any student who drops a dream offer or a super dream offer has to do an additional course. So we have tried this with multiple. So this has not happened much with the PG students. But if you get selected in a dream or a super dream offer, you have to go and join the company, whether it's internship or placements. And if you drop the offer, you'll have to do an additional course to complete your degree. And if you think that it is very easy to do an additional course in VIT, just go and ask your seniors how difficult it is. The course has to be offered and you have to come in summers, complete it before your degree requirements are done. It's going to be, see, again, I'm not trying to scare you. So if you have already decided to do your higher studies, do your PhDs, please do not attend the recruitment process. Okay. And we are not doing any mock interviews here. It is all real recruitment process. Be serious when you attend the recruitment process. Okay. So that we are very serious about it. So again, being a PG student, you may be asking actually, so why am I not allowed for another super dream offer? I am very good as it's a super dream internship placement, but I'm not allowed for a super dream offer. This is again going by the past year records. Students, whoever has got a super dream internship, almost 90% of them get converted or a dream internship. So we don't allow you for another process. That's the whole reason. So when you apply for another process, and once the company declares, or once you get a thanks mail from us, you are out of the process. In the sense, you are selected. Even if your name comes in the next list, the shortlisted list, you should not attend the process. If you are already selected, if you got a communication from the CDC saying that you are selected, you may be asked to leave the recruitment process if you are going through a process on that day and the results have come. The student coordinator or the placement coordinator will come and say that you are selected in the previous company. You will have to withdraw from the process. Whichever company you are attending the process, you have to withdraw. And there is an instance, there may be multiple recruitments happening on a given day. So if there are two companies doing the process, for example, on a given day, if both the companies announce the results on the same day and you get selected in both the companies, you have a choice of selecting the company and inform the placement office that you got two offers, but would like to go with this company's offer. But there are two companies, A and B, doing the recruitment process on a given day. A announces the results on the same day and B announces the result on the second day. You do not have the option of going to the B company. Whichever company announces the result first, you will have to take the offer, regardless of the CTC, regardless of the internship, regardless of the brand. That is the rule. See, why are we doing this? Is actually we are forcing the companies to give the results at the earliest. So all these rules are given to the companies as well. So if two companies do the process and one company announces the results on the first day, you will have to take the that company only. Okay, so all communication, again, queries. So there will be an FAQ which will be shared. Just go and check whether you have a query which is already there in the FAQ. You can see if it is not answered, we have an app. I think most of you would have downloaded the app called DAB, DABB. So we have a team from DAB will come and tell you. So we are trying to see all queries relating to your placement and training has to be sent to the DAB only. So we will tag you to some of the placement coordinators so that any query which is not there in the FAQs that we have shared has to be routed through only DAB, and you will get an answer within 24 hours. So because as I told you, we have a very small placement team. If it is a genuine query, we'll answer. Please do not ask, when is Amazon coming? What is the date of recruitment? So we don't keep any secrets. So as and when there is a confirmation, we will tell you the date of the company and the time of the company, which will all be shared on the mail. So we will not entertain any queries by mail. So see, there may be placement mails that may be coming through the help desk mail ID. There will be a help desk mail ID. Please do not write to them. Write to that mail ID and say that I have not got a response. We will not entertain that. You will not get a response by mail also. All the queries that you share will be through the DAB app. The attendance, when you start attending this kind of pre-placement talks or the test, also will be through DAB only. So you can tap and get your attendance recorded actually. Okay. Okay, that's all from me. If you have any specific queries, you can ask. We'll start with a couple of presentation after this. And we'll also have Dr. Anu Baisal to talk briefly about your interview preparation. So, okay, so we'll have Mr. Avinash and Mr. Chandru from DAB. DAB is our official communication partner. So they will tell you about how do you use the app for your queries and attendance. Okay.
Communication use your personal email, not VA.
Only wireless.
Okay, so there are 3-4 instructions. There are about 200 students from the PGs who have paid the placement fees but not registered in the Google Docs. We will reshare the. You have the list of 200? We have already shared those students who have not registered in the Google Docs. This is very important because once you register in the Google Docs only, you will get the Neopat portal link for you to register. And for all the communications with regards to placements, and also when you enter your data in the your resume as well as in the Neopat portal, you will use only your Gmail account. So VIT also has a Gmail account, but this is going to be your personal Gmail account. I'll tell you why. Because once you enter that Gmail account, it goes to the recruiter. After your graduation, even if we want to communicate, or the recruiter, in case if there is a delay in joining, they all send the mails to your personal accounts. If it is going to be a VIT account, immediately after you graduate, your account gets disabled. So it is very difficult for us to communicate with you. There are a lot of lateral hiring openings also we post to the alumni. And there are about 1 lakh alumni. We have got only about 2,800 alumni coming into the alumni portal. Okay. So please use only the Gmail account. And there may be instances that you need to carry your headsets for the test process. So we will not allow any wireless headsets for the test process. It has to be a wired headset for the test process. Okay. Okay. So on. Okay. So as you all know that we have already shared the training schedule. So this will be both class as well as lab. So when you finish and your first lab session will happen on this Saturday. So when you go there, there are 3 things that you need to do. One is the psychometric test that you need to take. Okay. So that will be for about 40-45 minutes that you will take it there. And we also have engaged through the trainers. So what they have done is, I don't know how many of you got the link. You would have been mapped to any one of the trainers like Athenas or Face or Six Phrase. So they have engaged with a startup called Job Prep, and they have short videos of your seniors, in the sense the placement preparation videos. Say, for example, there is an Amazon coming for your recruitment process. You can go and see the Amazon preparation video shared by the one of the Amazon recruits. Or there may be an Intel video, how they have gone. This is going to be a 5 minutes video. But we will be sending notification as and when some company comes, you can go and see the video. For that to happen, you have to get into the portal. So many of you have not got into the portal. So on the day of doing the first day of lab, you will do three things. One is taking the psychometric test. Second one is linking into the clicking the link which is there. So you will be given which trainer that you are mapped. So using that link, you will go into the portal, watch at least one video of any company. There will be multiple companies. Watch one video. So that will enable us to make you or prepare you for recruitments. As and when there is a company coming, we will say just go and watch this video. And if you watch the video, there will also be a link where you can go and take a mock interview enabled by an AI tool. So if you go, say for example, again, if Intel comes on campus, you go and see the video. Below the link itself, you can take a mock interview. And this tool will take the questions from the net which were asked in the Intel recruitment process, and it will prompt you the correct answer as well. So this will enable you to prepare well for your recruitment process. And the third thing is the first test of Neopat will happen on the same day in the afternoon around 2 o'clock. all of you have to take the test and continue with the training. So these three things you will do on the first day of the lab. Okay. Any doubts you can ask, otherwise we'll go with the other presentations. Okay. Okay, so we'll start with the DAB and then followed by Neopat, and then we'll have Dr. Anu Baisal talking about the interview preparation. Thank you.
Good morning. Yes, so DAB will be the official form of communications for all your PAT related queries. So any queries that you will have for your with the CDC department will be handled via DAB, the app. So most probably 95% of y'all would have gotten an email from us with your unique code, which you will have to download the app and enter. I'll just walk you through the app one. So once you download the DAB app, you can get it from the iOS store or the Google Play Store, and you will be asked to register. You'll have to register yourselves first. The register button will be at the bottom of the app. So once you hit the register button, please fill out the profile details with your name, email address, phone number, and all your gender and everything. So post that, you'll get a 5-digit unique code, which you will have to link it by clicking enter your DAB ID and link that 5-digit unique code to the app. Make sure you please enter your code. Do not use anybody else's code. If it is mix and match, then it'll take some time for us to like revert it back to the original state. So we do not want to avoid that confusion. Please make sure you enter your code. So just giving you an example of how you'll be getting the email from, you'll be either getting it from two email IDs, support@mydab.com or university@mydab.com. You would have already received it. If it's not in your inbox, please check your spam and then whitelist the email so that your Google, any updates from our side will also be coming in directly into your inbox. So on the DAB app, you'll have like many screens at the bottom, one of them being the chat screen, where most of the chat communications, group formations will happen from the CDC department. So once you're part of, if they put you to a group, automatically you'll receive a notification and then chats will start inside the app in the group. So just an example of how the chats will be continuing. Either it will be an open chat for the students and the admin, or it will just be the admin who will be texting you on that group for your information. So for every student, there will be a VIT based on your campus. There'll be a VIT connection already enabled. Inside that VIT connection, you will have a feedback button where you'll be actually putting up your queries. So any queries that you want to ask the CDC department, you will have to enter it here. So once you enter that query, you will get a reply back on the app itself. And like Sir said, it will take about like 24 hours for them to respond. So make sure your notifications are always on. So majority of the attendance might also happen through DAB, and it'll be like a QR code scan attendance. So you will have a QR code scanner inbuilt into the app. Make sure that the location is on when you scan the QR code when it is actually displayed on the large screen. So this is the official WhatsApp number from the VIT CDC team. So please make sure you note down this number. You will be receiving all your communications on WhatsApp from this number after the next few days. So if you have any queries in setting up your app, please make sure you email support@mydab.com. Please make sure you mention your name, your register number, and your mobile number so that we can reach out to you immediately if you have any queries or if you're finding any difficulties in setting up the app. Thank you so much.
Good morning, students. So myself Roshni from Neopat. Hope I'm audible. So let me share the screen before starting the presentation. So hi all. So hope you have all received the activation link from us. So this the mail will be looking like this. So you have to activate your account. So once you click on the activating account, you will be receiving this page where you have to enter your new password and confirm your password. So once that is done, you will be asked to fill the entire profile. So there will be number of questions asked related to your placement activities. Once that is done, your profile will be get published. So there are two status. Either one is the published status and another one is approved status. So make sure, so before the placement team approving your profile, you are making all the changes and you are maintaining the data properly. So I will show an example here. So now your profile is in the published status. So if you want to make any edit in your profile, so you can make the changes and republish it. But if when your profile becomes approved, you will be not able to make the republish the changes either unless it is approved by our placement team. So whatever changes you are going to do, so if say I'm going to change my CGPA to 8 from 9, I need to send request to my placement team. Only if they approve it, you will see the changes in the profile. Now you could see it is waiting for the approval. Since the academic details plays a major role in your eligibility criteria of the placement recruiting drives, make sure you are maintaining the data properly. So this is the information which we want to convey to you regarding the account details. So before publishing the profile and before the placement team approving it, make sure it is proper. Now let us get into the courses. So from the date of onboarding, we have given you the preparatory materials for the technical courses like C, C++, DBMS, Java, Python, and also the aptitude material. So you can start your preparation. I will just show how it will work for the MCQ part and the coding part. So in each of the courses, you have the modules. So left side, you will be able to access the modules. You can use this drop down to expand and minimize it. Likewise for coding also, you will be able to get the reference videos. So once you start the assessment, it will ask you for a 25 seconds timer. Then you will be getting your screen page. From there, you can start your assessment. Let me open both the MCQ part as well as the coding part. So students, you might be aware of already this process, but for the new students, please ensure that you are seeing this properly. So this is how the MCQ will look like. Left side, you will be able to see the questions, and right side, you will get the options where you can mark your answers. If you want to bookmark any of the questions, you can use this bookmark option to bookmark the questions. Once you are done, you can move to the next question. So similarly, after completing all the questions of a particular assessment, you can submit the by using this enter and confirm to submit your assessment. Now let's see the coding assessment window. This is how programming format and test cases. Whereas the right side, you will be get your options for the languages. So since this is a C programming course, we have only C. For all the assessments companies, you will the language like C, C++, DBMS, and Java, Python and Java. So you can choose your required language. So once you're done with the thing, you can scroll down to compile and submit the code, and finally you have to submit your assessment. So this is assessment part. So here we have two types of courses. One is of the courses, another one is of the company specific test. So the preparatory courses, the actual weekly test and custom test are the drive. We will be giving you the company specific series. This will be available in the company specific test. Now let's get into the job portal. So this is of the drives or job option. So once the CDC department post a job recruitment, you will be receiving an email saying that so and so you are eligible for this company and you have to opt before this time period. So it will look like. So we have two options, my jobs and all jobs. In my job, it will show you the jobs in which you are eligible for. All jobs, you will get all the jobs. So let's see this demo drive. So I'm just getting into that. So now you can see details. What are the rough details? Profile, salary details, all the details information which the drive posted, it will be visible for you. It's up to you to decline or apply. So you want to apply, you just click apply and type you have to apply for a job or drive. Then how you want to check the criteria. So in this, you could see not eligible. So to check why, here you will have an option called eligibility criteria. Just click on that, a table will be visible. From there, you will be able to get in which criteria you doesn't match. So here the 10th criteria is 100%, but my current data is 90%. This is where I'm not eligible for this particular drive. So this is how it will work. So finally, I just want to conclude by saying that make sure your profile details are proper, and make sure you are always looking into your mails to ensure that you are getting all the notifications regarding the job posted by the CDC department. So if for any queries, you can reach out to us in the chat bot, which is available in the portal. So our team will be looking into that. If not, if you can also connect to us with your CDC department, we will be able to support you. So that's it, my students. All the best for the upcoming placements, and we wish you all the best for to bag your dream offer. Thank you all.
So, good morning, all of you. So that's your energy level, right? Boys, good morning. That's it. See. Girls, good morning. Let me apologize first because I know it's 11:45. You're tired, you're frustrated, you're sleepy, you're busy with your cell phone, you're yawning. Some are already like they have. And my job is to now to help you out with some tips. So I assure you, it's 11:45, but still, whatever I'm going to teach you, it will help you. So it's something which you should know. You won't find some videos or some YouTube channels and stuff like that. Something which I have learned through experience, and I've collected some points for you, which will help you. That's my belief. So I'll finish it off fast. We'll have fun. So just maybe max 30 minutes, I'll close it. Don't worry. Not going to take till 1 o'clock or something. But, there is no point if, we have learned about DAB. We have learned about how to register for placement. But if you don't have a proper resume, if you don't have a proper thing, trust me, you will never ever get a job. Or even if you get a job, you cannot survive. So that is one thing we should always remember. Let's start from here. Now, this is one thing, let's start with something interesting which you like. I interacted with some of the VIT students and I asked, tell me someone who has inspired you the most. I think that is one of a very important HR question also, right? Many of the HRs ask during the interview process. Tell us something who has inspired, someone who has inspired you the most. And of course, majority of you will answer as mom and dad, right? So let's start with that. Never answer that. Never tell the HR the person who has inspired the most is mom or dad, because that is default. They are always the people who has inspired you the most, but that is not going to be an impressive answer. So before that, let me tell you, I'm not here to give some, lectures or something. I'm a corporate guy. So, I'm now as an assistant director, but let's come straight to the point. No speeches, something which will help you. That's my agenda out here. So these are some of the names which popped out when I asked VIT students. So Elon Musk, they said, he is someone who's inspired the most. Wow. Of course, the cricketers, chalo. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, some said, okay, he has inspired the most. Some, were crazy, film stars. Some, yeah, of course, said, all right, some were crazy. Yeah, the names. But what about this guy? Have you ever heard about this guy, Yash? No, you have not heard about him. Now, this is the person who has inspired me the most. Now, why? Yash is a visually impaired guy who has bagged a Microsoft offer worth 45 lakhs. Now, imagine 1 hour, you just, go blind. Just let's say 30 minutes, 1 minute, a visually impaired guy getting 45 lakhs. So one thing when you sit for placement, more than CGPA, more than whatever you have in a resume, it's about passion. I want it, I'm going to get it. It's not about roaming out with your friends, enjoying and chalo dekhte hain, let's see. If I get it, fine. It's not about attitude or swag or something. It's about passion. I want it, I'm going to get it, I'm going to work hard. If you're really passionate, you will get a job. If you are not, trust me, you will never get a job. Even if you get a job because of the VIT brand, you will never retain the job. Maybe 5 months, 6 months, you might lose the job. So be passionate. If you're really serious about placement, go for it, work hard. You know the areas where you're weak, work on that. If you're not good in communication, try to start speaking. I still remember a 9-pointer who's extremely good in academics. And when the HR asked, tell me something about yourself, he was not able to answer properly. And trust me, he was rejected in the final round. Apps round, he cleared. Coding, he cleared. Final HR round, he was rejected. He was not able to speak. Tell me something about yourself. That's it. That's the question HR asked. He was not able to impress. He was not able to sell himself, create an impact. But at the same time, an 8-pointer, he made an amazing, intro. So this is me. I'll teach you how to do that and he got the job. So engineering or whatever, any branch. So this is how many students are still not aware what they actually want in life. They just go with the flow. You enjoy your life in VIT and you believe that After I complete my degree, I'll decide what I want in life, which is too late. It's not going to work. Now, a lot of other things. Our director, sir, has mentioned about different courses which we we have our top training teams. We have CAT or GRE and GMAT and GATE and IELTS and defense. We don't provide, but this is also one of the opportunity. We have UPSC. Now, one important thing which recently, these are some of the tips which I shared after a conversation with HR. Ensure that you don't end up with arrears. No arrears allowed. Please do not end up with arrears. Why? Because there are different categories of companies. Some companies says that the eligibility criteria is no standing arrears, which means that you should not have arrears. So even if you have an arrear, you clear it, fine, you are eligible. But there are some companies who might keep an criteria as no history of arrears. What do you mean by no history of arrears? Even if you have an arrear, you clear it, but still there is a history and you're not eligible for the company. So be very careful. Do not end up with any kind of arrears. As our director sir mentioned, your resume. Let's start with your resume. What are the things your resume should contain, or what you should start practicing? Starting with an amazing LinkedIn profile. Now, 95% of students, they have a LinkedIn profile and they kept it just like that. You've created a profile, that's it. So make the profile active, add a lot of things which is related to your areas of interest. Let it be AI or IoT or whatever, add things, make it active, your LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn is one thing which the company, now I don't want to go through all these. Our director sir has already mentioned, campus ambassador. I think they have already mentioned all these things, but one thing, these things are all mentioned. Blogs, now that is old style, but still you can create a internship. Now forget about TEDx. Online courses, again sir has mentioned. One thing which always gets the attention of the HR, the moment HR takes your resume, the first thing he checks is, what about internship opportunities? What about industry certifications? What about online courses? The moment you hand over your resume to the HR, maybe 1 minute is there where the HR says, okay, tell me something about yourself. And by the time you're trying to create a big impact, HR goes through all these points, whether you have online, whether you have industrial certifications, whether you have done any foreign languages, all these. Apart from your degree, what else have you done is something which is HR is going to check, apart from your degree. So again, online courses, there are different platforms like, sir has already mentioned, foreign language proficiency, if you can do it. Now, look at it. This is one thing which one HR has told me he likes the most. They want students with both. Now, don't go deep into it. This is our left brain and right brain. It's all about NLP, neuro-linguistic. Don't talk. They want students who are good in logical, verbal, digital order. At the same time, they want students who are amazing in music, emotions, colors, creative and art. They want both. Gone are those days if you are a 9-pointer and immediately HR says you're selected, man. Awesome. That's it. No, interview is just a formality. No. They want people who are great leaders, who can communicate, who can interact, who can handle stress. At the same time, they want people who can, good in academics. They want both. So think about it. Certifications, again, sir has mentioned about the different certifications which add on a lot to your resumes. These are different certifications which you will get all the information soon regarding certifications from the placement team. Again, foreign language. Get a mentor. As I always say, you need someone to motivate you till you get a job. Please don't depend on your friends, please. Because they are of your same age. I don't know what advice they're going to give you. They are of the same age. So whatever advice, it's not going to work out for you. So please do not depend, because I have a lot of, shocking memories. I still remember in one reputed college in Chennai where I worked, and these were two best friends, best friends, two body and one soul. That is what they told me. Best friends. And your girls. And this girl got selected in Accenture. They both attended the interview. They got selected in Accenture and she was excited. The other girl, but the girl who got selected was sad. And she said, why you're sad? No, my best friend never got selected in Accenture, so I'm rejecting the offer. So everyone was so emotional. You get touched by the friendship and that the two body and one soul. After Accenture came Capgemini. Both of them attended. The girl who never got the offer for Accenture, she got selected for Capgemini, and the one who got selected for Accenture never got through. So obviously all will conclude what? She will reject the offer of Capgemini. But this girl took the offer, she joined the company and she went abroad. So Accenture was roaming around with after rejecting the offer. So jobless. So it's a tough world. Grab the opportunity, guys. So I'm just no emotions. Get a mentor. Very important thing. 85% of your career success comes from your personality, your ability to connect, lead, and negotiate. Again, I'm telling you, if you are an amazing, you're good in coding, you're good in aptitude, any questions you are ready to answer. But still, when the HR says, tell me something about yourself, or tell me why should I select you? If you are not able to answer, swaha. No one can help you. If you are telling, sir, I am a 9-pointer, I cannot communicate good coding, HR will also say, thank you. It's not going to work. You got to tell yourself, sir, my name is Vinod. I'm pursuing my whatever degree, from VIT, this is me. I'm good in coding. I'm good in aptitude. I am a great team player. I am hardworking. I can create wonders. I've updated myself with what is currently happening. So update yourself and upgrading. That is the next slide. You got to sell yourself. Otherwise, it's very tough to survive, guys. You got to sell yourself to the HR. The HR doesn't know anything about you. He only comes, VIT, brand, let's come. Because we are going to get the best students. And the moment he gets your resume, he comes to knows about you. So you got to create an impact. And how long an interview is going to last? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, max. That's it. He's not going to sit there like a lab or a theory class or something like 45 minutes or around 1.5 hours. Chalo, let me tell me something about your resume. We have 1.5 hours left. Take your time. It's not going to work, yeah. 2 minutes. Tell me something about yourself. And we say, sir, my name is, what is your greatest strength? Strength. Any weakness you have? Weakness. About the person has inspired you the most. Inspired. Why you want this job? And of course, a very common question, which I'm mentioning right now, because you might miss it. How many of you have gone through our website? So tomorrow when a pre-placement talk happens, trust me, the HR with a lot of hopes, he will come and ask you this question. How many of you have gone through the website? And trust me, go through the website of that company. Because I've seen many where 5 to 10 people are raising their hands. It's not going to work. Imagine the entire crowd, 1,000 students are raising their hands. If the HR has decided to select 40 students, he'll make it 80. That's how you give it back, right? But if 5 to 6 students, we have gone through the website. What about others? Oh, well, you have come. So you have come for us. We didn't come to you. Now that's not going to work. Give them that feeling. They're corporate people. I have been in corporate. I know how it works. It's all about the positivity which you get from you, which changes. We make decisions. So let's go for more. VIT 40 was our target. 100 was the target. Let's make it 150 because we have amazing students. Let's select more. So it's how you give it back, guys. So how many of you have gone through the website? A very important thing. Now, English, very important. I'm not talking about pronunciation. A lot of students comes and tell me, sir, I'm not good in English. We are not, recruiting for any call centers where you need an accent. Don't believe in that. You don't need accent. You need a good Indian English, but you should be able to speak. Talk to the HR, yeah. When he asks you something, please stop. Don't, no HR is going to communicate to you in any other language. They are going to talk to you only in English. That's it. You have no other option, but you have to learn that. You have to be good, confident enough to speak. If you're not good in this, trust me, you're not going to get a job. So start practicing if you're not good in English. No accent. No HR will expect you to talk to him like, my name is Vinod, I'm pursuing my, in engineering, I have, I'm good in this and wow. No. Good Indian English, yes, sir, my name is Vinod. I am pursuing I'm good, whatever you, good Indian, even you commit a lot of grammatical errors, fine. No company is going to recruit you for call center guys where you are talking to the foreign clients, right? No. Good Indian English and with mother tongue influence. We call it MTI. Everyone will have, MTI, mother tongue influence. But talk to the HR in English. That is what he expects. Many HRs tell me, Anu, why are they not talking? At least open the mouth and tell something. What is the point of telling I'm a 9-pointer and if he's not able to speak? So English is good. Update and upgrade. Very important thing. A lot of HRs likes. Now, what do you mean by C? Now, when I say power of reading, I'm not going to deep, Now, what do you mean by update? You have heard, know all these things, right? Everyone knows and C and C++ and Java, everyone knows? Yes or no? Now, have you heard about this? Yes, good. This? Yes. This? Everyone. Because there are students who were talking to me about Maruti Swift. No, it's seriously. So although you say yes, But my point is update and upgrade yourself. 2030 to 40. As I always say, if you study for today, you're jobless tomorrow. If you're steady for today, I'm not talking about academics, I'm talking about updating yourself. What is happening across the world? You should update and upgrade. Otherwise, you're jobless. You're not able to survive. See, let's focus on 2030. I'm telling 2030. It should be 2040, 2050. That is what HR likes. People are going to tell that, sir, 2030, 40, whatever is going to happen, I have trained myself, or I know it, or I'm training myself, rather than what is happening in 2024. It's not going to work. See, you heard about Java, .NET, we all know. We all know. Swift, PHP, Julia. So Julie, I know, sir. Boys are telling, sir. Second year. People are not aware. Now, this is where you can create an impact with the HR. Chalo. The HR says, have you heard about Julia? So, Julia? Create an impact. 2000. See, I'm not a tech guy, I'm not at all a tech guy. No way. See, look at it. Now, one question is, machine, we all know about what? Artificial intelligence. Right? But have you ever know what are the other tools of AI? How many tools of AI you know? 90% of students knows only ChatGPT. Other tools, sir, AI is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is AI. Both are father, mother. This is one thing which HR doesn't like. Apart from chat, what are the tools of AI? ChatGPT is one of the tools. Chalo. Apart from that, there are different things. If you wanted to, different tools are there. Practice. So my point here is, because you are the tech people, I'm not going to deep because I'm not a tech guy. But I just hear from what HR speaks. So please update yourself and upgrade yourself. So that is one thing. I'm not going to go deep into all these things. These are some of the students. So boys, this is one example which I always love to share. A student like you, see, this guy is everywhere. See, look at it. Now, why I'm telling this, I'll tell you the reason. See, towards the end, look at it. People, HR loves such students, not just academics. Apart from that, we call it extracurricular activities or co-curricular. They love it. It shows. Now, what about this? Girls, again. 2 students who's just like you, who's not a bookworm and all, who's not nerd type, no, nothing, just like you, fun loving. Look at it. Look at the achievements. This is what he loves. I'm talking about people love to recruit such students who are like, who's like, chalo, dekhte hain. If the HR gives you a project, finish it by Friday. You should have the guts to tell him that, sir, I cannot finish by Friday, I'll finish it by Thursday. They love that. Take deadlines, take the stress. They love that. I'll finish it Thursday, sir. Confidence, I'll prepare, I'll learn. For example, if the HR tells you that, okay, fine, we don't have a job which is related to your profile. Or I'll give you my example. Today, the management is calling me and telling that, Anu, you belong to placement, you belong to English department. We'll do something from tomorrow onwards. Are you ready to teach engineering students on AI or IoT? My answer is not going to be no. Sir, I am a faculty of English. How can I or why should I know? I'll tell them, yes, sir, I'm ready. If I'm given the right training, I'm ready to teach. Flexibility, chalo, whatever opportunity. Because I want to connect myself to VIT. I want to be part of VIT. Any job is fine if I'm given the right training. It doesn't mean that I have done in literature or I have done in placement. I work only for that. No. Anything I'm ready, but if I'm given the training. HR loves such people, but they'll give you the profile you wanted, but I'm telling you, be flexible. So next thing, I'm not going to deep. Resume writing, very important thing. Your resume matters the most. Now, especially with the arrival of something called ATS, which I know many of you might have heard about ATS. We will talk about it, very little time, but it's why, I'll find a lot of 9-pointers coming and telling, sir, round 1 itself, I was rejected. Even for round 1, my name is not there. Why? So this is because of the ATS. Now, let's start with the resume writing. Basic things. God are those days, where you have this text resume and we have a format button. There are ready-made formats now. So this is your situation. You check your resumes. Wow, amazing. The HR says, look at it. All these, coloring stuffs and info, we call it infographic resume. It's amazing. But the moment the HR says, tell me something about yourself or tell me what is not there in the resume and all these questions, you're not able to answer. Now, there are 3 different types of resumes, which I'll explain to you. You know it, infographic, text and visual. You don't need to go. Now, these are some of the ready-made sites like where you actually get resumes for free. You just have to enter details and you get it for free. Maybe you're aware of it. We have a Resume Maker, a very popular site. It is all there on the net. If you just, Mashup Template, a very popular site again. Copy.ai, again, a very popular thing. You just enter the details, whatever, towards then you get a ready-made resumes. We have a Venkage Resume Maker, again, a very popular site. We have Cake Resume, again, a very popular site where you can make resumes. Because why I'm telling this is, please do not copy the resumes. Again, I'm telling in South, when I visited for a mock interview, we went there to conduct a, South in the sense, part of Kerala side, we went to conduct a mock interview. This guy has handed over the resume. We went through the resume and we gone through the profile. It was a mock process. The next guy came. And we had a doubt. Both have the same thing. Okay, somewhat similar. Chalo, things are different. But one thing we noticed is under father's name, it was the same name for both. So in a hurry, buddy, now this is a real incident which happened. Copy paste. You just say, Abhay yaar, please give your resume. Here and there, you change of name, date of birth. Chalo. You have done a computer science. I have done computer science. So chalo, yeah, same resume. Never do that. Never share. If you ask me, I'll tell you, be selfish. Never share your resume with anyone. When you upload your resume in Neopat, that is the platform where you have to upload, right? Never share it with anyone. Don't roam around and say, this is my resume. Please check it. No, don't do that. Don't show it to your friends. Have your own customized resume and keep changing for different profiles if you have time. For example, if a company has come today, the next company is next week. You have time. Go through the job description. What VIT students does is you will upload one resume in Neopat. Entire placement season, that is the resume. Any job description, that is the resume. I'm not going to change. Some you don't have time. Keep changing your resume based on the job description. Every job description demands a unique resume. If you have time, change it. If today, let's say if today is company 1 has come, the next company 2 is on next week, go through the profile of company 2 and change your resume and upload it again on Neopat. You can do that. But keep changing. That is one request. So Cake resumes again. JobScan, again, a very popular resume site which you can do it. Zeti is again very popular. Actually, I don't know whether you're aware. Zeti, we call it. It's again a very popular site. Then Resume Genius, again a very popular site. Novo Resume. These are all, you just go to Google and type, or just go to ChatGPT or whatever. Some of the popular resume where you get it for free. Templates are available. You just enter details. Visual CV, a very popular site. Canva Pro, again a very popular site. Now, these are the 3 formats. I'm running fast because I know you're tired, exhausted. A majority of VIT students, they go for text resume as well as infographic. Forget about visual. Now, what is text and what is infographic? Now, this is the traditional text resume. I'll show you an example. Now, this is the infographic. You might have seen, if you have not seen, it looks colorful and stylish. And one single page, all the details are there. This is called infographic resume. You just go to Google and type infographic resume and whatever stream you are, integrated or, for whatever. You just type infographic resume of an electronics engineer. Just type, you'll get it actually. So infographic is there. And then, of course, you have is the text resume. Now, I'll show you a text. This is text resume. See, a very simple one. Now, a lot of fight happens between students claiming that if I go for infographic, I'll get a job because it looks colorful. And if I go for text resume, I will not get a job, which is crap. HR is least bothered whether there is yellow color or stuff or awesome thing in your resume. He's least bothered whether you have a text resume or whether you have an infographic. He's least bothered about your resume. He's concerned about what is there in the resume and how you're going to sell it. So even if you spend thousands of rupees and you spend, hours of time creating an amazing infographic resume, if you're not able to sell that, you will never get a job. Even if you create a text resume, if you're not able to sell it, you will never get a job. So at the end, whatever resumes you create, please, you should be able to sell yourself. You should be able to convince. You should be able to talk about whatever is there in the resume. For example, the HR says, so you have done your internship at, this particular place. Tell me something about it. Now, that is a general question which the HR is going to ask you. You have done an internship at, let's say, at, BHEL, let's say. You have done an internship. Tell me something about it. Now, what is the answer you give? Sir, it was an amazing internship. It was amazing. I've learned a lot. Good memories. Thank you. Now, HR hates such speeches. Amazing, good memories. A wow. No. What you have learned? HR loves to hear technical words from you. Use of technical words in interview. You know what are those technical words? Use that. Talk to him with that. Don't talk to him that, if you select me, for example, a question like, why should I select you? Sir, I'm very hardworking. I'm very dedicated. I'm very devoted. You'll never find a person like me in VIT. Good for you, yeah. HR is very bothered. You should be hardworking. You should be dedicated. That's why I'm here. You cannot claim that as your extreme good quality. Talk about your skills. So recently I've done a certification on IoT. Recently I've done this. Recently I've done so much industry certification. I've done internships. I was the club chapter. We coordinated an event that clearly exhibits your leadership skills. I am in NCC. Whatever, showcase that. Don't tell that I'm good, I'm best, I'm hardworking, dedicated, and blah, blah stuffs. So I'm not going to go resumes, do's and don'ts. My request is, please do not keep unnecessary email IDs. That what is one thing which I've seen. I'll show you something about what do you mean by those unnecessary email IDs. I've noted it down actually. Where is it? Yeah. No funky names. These are some of the names. Playboy, hero, superstar, cool man, Sunny Jan. Use professional ID. That is what. This is what HR told me. It's not a joke at all. No. This is what students have mentioned actually. Because do not think that company will just focus on your VIT ID. You said that they'll go for your personal email ID too, right? VIT ID expires, right? Maybe after 3 months you leave, 4 months. Your vit.ac.in, it goes. They always look for your personal email ID. So ensure that you have a professional personal email ID. If you don't have, start working on that. Do not keep underscores. See, the email ID is vinod_kumar@gmail.com. What happened towards the end? Do not use too many numbers. No underscores, 37189. Don't do that. Don't use too many numbers in your email ID. Do not use underscores. These are all tips from the HR. Avoid using zero, which might look like O. Right? It makes sense, right? If the HR sees 0 and O, right? How is he going to differentiate in email ID whether it is 0 or O? Good question. This is from the horse's mouth, you say, from the HR. They told me this. Please. Then avoid using 1, which might look like I again. Right? 1 I. Tips from the HR. It's not that I did some research. So make use of it if you want it. I'm not going to deep into it. ATS, yes, again. It's called the applicant tracking system, which you should be aware. You can, whenever you're free today, maybe go home, go to your hostel, do a research on what is ATS. Gone are those days where, imagine if, when I worked in HCL, when I get, let's say around 200 resumes, my job is, those days I'm telling, when we get up 200 resumes, my job is to go through each and every resume. My manager will say that, Anu, okay, we got 200 from this college from Coimbatore. So your target is from those 200, I want you to select 100. And then only you can have your lunch. So I said, oh my God. So I have to select those 200 resumes in my system. I have to go through each and every resume. I have to find out whether this guy is eligible to go to even round 1. And then I'll select 100 and I'll tell my manager, sir, I've selected 100. Think about it. Think about the stress I've been through. But ATS, it's very simple. I put all the 200 resumes in ATS software. It is a software actually. There are different types, names for that software. Different categories are there. But I put it, the software will choose the top 100. based on the job description. Very simple, right? Imagine 200 resumes, 100 comes to, the ATS. Easy for me, right? That is the tricks, but it is dangerous. Now, how to bypass ATS software? Now, this is where many 9-pointers got hit. They were frustrated. So I'm a 9-pointer. I'm good in communication and everything. My resume is not even selected for the round 1. Now, something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. ATS is there. ATS is the culprit, which they are not aware. Go to, anywhere you want, find about this ATS thing. It's called applicant tracking system. Now, how to surpass? Again, I'm giving you tips. One thing which ATS always looks for while doing is the job description, in that the keywords in your job description. Every job description you'll get in Neopat, you will have the pura job description will be there. So this is the profile which the company is looking for. So that profile will have keywords. Use those keywords in your resume. Trust me, you can bypass the ATS. But as I said, when you register in Neopat, you will upload one resume till the end. That is only one resume you will do it. You will never update your resume. That is why your resume gets rejected by ATS. So there are certain sites. When you get time, go to monkeylearn.com. I remember, I'm sure you'll never forget this name. I've even seen, this is the site, even I've mentioned the steps for you guys. Now, there is something called, this is one, there are thousands of platforms available, and this is one of the platforms, monkeylearn.com. Copy the job description in source text. So this is a site page, Monkeylearn. You'll have the source text. So all you got to do is copy the job description source text and click generate cloud. You will find the keywords in job description. You got the keywords. So you don't have to approach anyone. You got the keywords. What is the next step? Now open another page and copy your resume and follow the same. You will find the keywords in your resume. So on one side, you found the keywords in the job description. And on the other side, your resume, which is ready, you have found the keywords in your resume. Your job is to ensure that you add all the keywords in the job description in your resume at relevant places. Very simple. Keywords, add that to your resume. ATS is not gonna reject you. That is why people are not aware. They think it is some kind of magical software. They just look for keywords. Now, how to find those keywords? Go to such sites like Monkeylearn. It will automatically give you the keywords. Add that in your resume, or it's not a big deal for you, right? To add those keywords in the resume. So give a try. This is how you bypass the, ATS and, be eligible. Some of the things, the most common ATS are Workday, Tally, recruiting. There are many which companies prefer. Don't go deep into that. But how to bypass is what I've told you. Keywords, focus on the keywords in the job description. Very important thing. Go through the job description. Again, one question which the HR, so have you gone through the job description? So you just focus on the company. I still remember Amazon. You might have seen the arrow, right? From A to C. Now, what does that arrow indicate? Trust me, students were not able to answer. The HR was getting bored. Whole day he was interviewing around 40, 50, and he had his lunch. And the next afternoon, the candidate came and he says, okay, why should I select you for Amazon? Yes, sir, I am, 9-pointer. I'm good in academics. I have certifications. Chalo, Amazon A to Z, that arrow. What does that arrow indicate? Arrow indicates, sir, future. The future is going to be great, fantastic, mind-blowing. HR also said, your future is gone. It indicates that Amazon has all the products from A to Z. That's it. So certain things, go through the profile of the company, learn the job description. HR will say, have you gone through the job description? Job description. No, sir, we just applied. So go through it. I'm, not going deep into it. Different kinds of interviews, a stress interview, but nowadays it has come down. There is something called stress interview panel, but now it has come down. Actually, they'll put you through stress. Extreme stress. I'll give you a scenario, a very simple scenario. Let's say, what's your name? Yeah. Bala. Imagine Bala is entering the panel room. The HR is seated there. The moment he enters, the HR takes Bala's resume. The HR asks, Bala, please take your seat. The HR takes Bala's resume, goes through it. And he looks at Bala and says, Bala, I'm sorry to say, but this is one of the worst resumes I've ever seen in my life. That is one thing. Second thing, Bala, I'm sorry. You can leave now. Please get out. I'm not happy. You are not the candidate I'm looking for. What will you do, Bala? Bala's thinking, No, I'm just anxious. We have 15 more minutes, that is why. So what will you do, Bala, if someone looks at you and say, Bala, you're not fit to be an engineer. Your resume is one of the worst resumes I've seen. Get out! He will shout. Stress here. Even it can happen to girls. So what will you do, Bala? You will say, sir, no. Tell me the reason. Then only I leave. What will you do? He says, no, Bala, please get out. I don't want to talk to you. Now it's him, he's getting frustrated. No, I'm just asking you guys. If someone says, get out, what are you going to do? Cry? Start crying? Angry? Bugging you? Because obviously, what HR, see, one thing, guys, as a VIT, I have no idea about who you are. So obviously, you will try to impress me. The moment you see me, sir, good morning, sir, good afternoon, sir. So thank you so much for providing me this opportunity. It's an amazing company. It's an honor, privilege to be part of this organization. All these dialogues will come. But HR really wants to see who you actually are. So he'll bug you. He will irritate you. Or he will try to be over-friendly with you. There are some HRs who tries to be over-friendly. Remember, your bad time starts. No, he'll say, for example, let's say Bala. The moment Bala comes, HR says, hey, Bala, please take your seat, man. Come, buddy. Buddy? Okay. He will call you by those names. Come, yaar, chill, come sit. Let's have a friendly resume. Friendly interview. So Bala will think, wow, I'm the luckiest guy in this entire universe. HR is so friendly. And says, Bala, don't worry. It's going to be a very friendly interview. Just chill. I have gone through your resume. You are an amazing candidate. So the HR will lift Bala up. So Bala was like flying. Oh, amazing candidate. Even no one told me like this, yaar. Slowly he will butter you and then he will casually say, so Bala, tell me, so how's your life going on? So how's your personal life going on? So do you have a girlfriend? Yes, sir. Oh, sir, I want to tell you. Bala will start sharing his personal life. Because HR is damn friendly, yeah. So Bala thinks that this is the right HR and I'm lucky I got an HR. I'm already selected. So he will start sharing his personal life. So Bala, I think you drink, you smoke. Sir, no, sir. Tell me, Bala. Yes, sir. No, sir, not that much. Out of 365 I drink. Leap year also added. You share your personal things. So tell me something about your class. Tell me something about the university. Sir, I'll tell you, sir. You share everything with the HR and the HR will very closely, oh, is it? Cool, cool. And towards the end, the HR will say, Bala, you are one of the best candidates we have ever interviewed. So again, Bala has reached the top. And the moment you reach, he takes your resume, put it in the dustbin. You don't share all. He'll ask about your health. So are you health? I think you're having fever. Yes, sir. Last week I have fever and last month I had an operation too, sir. So, I have a lot of health issues. My lung is gone, kidney is gone, my liver is gone. Don't share all those things with the HR. Tell him professional talk. This is the right. Skills, don't share. So this is one trick where they try to be friendly. The other trick is they try to bug you, irritate you. And what is the speciality of your age? You're very emotional and you're very short-tempered. And your biggest enemy at this age is what? What is your biggest enemy at this age? What? Your mouth. Right? You speak all unnecessary things to the HR. Sir, I'll tell you. Don't speak that much. Don't speak that much to the HR. The more you talk, the more you'll be in trouble. But doesn't mean that you should shut your mouth and sit. No. Sir has told. So be very careful when someone is trying to be very, as he said, someone tears your resume. What will you do, Bala? HR is tearing your resume. Says, get out, Bala. What will you do? Just walk off? No, you will sit there. Sir, her strike begins. I'm not going to leave. What do you leave? You have no ideas. That's stress interview. So the expected answer is a kind of a HR likes people who are very polite and gentlemen, use of appropriate words. Sir, I'm really sorry for what is happening here. I really apologize that you think that I'm not the right candidate. But what I'll do is I'll wait outside, sir, because this is my dream company. This is one company which I've been looking for. I'll wait outside. But if you think that I'm the right candidate, please call me, sir. Go out and wait. But don't give up when someone says that you're crap. Fair enough. This is one of the expected answers. Keep a resume ready. But next time when HR shouts at you, don't laugh. Sir, stress, I know. Bala, don't do that. And the HR takes, the HR tears your resume. You take, tan, my resume is ready. Don't do that, dear. Tips. Okay. Virtual, be very careful. I'll wind it up soon. A lot of interviews now happens virtual, you know it. Physical, if they come offline, it's cool. It's good actually. But if there is virtual also, be very careful with your tech stuffs. If it happens in the PRP block, cool, because our tech is awesome. But imagine you're at home. Be very careful with your tech. Check your laptops, check your connectivity, ensure that if your Wi-Fi is there, ensure that what happens if there is a power cut, if there is inverters there, fine, whatever, check. Don't end up in trouble, because if anything goes wrong, and if you are at home, I'm giving an example, if you are at home, if anything goes wrong, to be honest, it's very tough to bring things back. Maybe the HR says that fine, not a problem, we will reschedule your interview. But before that, they would have selected the required number. So be careful with all the tech stuffs. Now we have a background, whatever, you know it, but be whatever, distance from the webcam, always look at the webcam, no adjustments. And main thing is no fraud work. During the virtual, I know it, you will connect it to a speaker, and whatever the questions the HR says, asking, that guy is there, he could hear it, and he will write it down and show it to you. So he will, but these HRs, trust me, we are professionals. We are hardcore. We have been in this field. Any fraud work with your eye movements, we know that you're doing fraud work, and we are not going to literally tell you that you have done fraud work, I found out. No. We'll be very professional. We'll reject you. So don't do any fraud work. Whatever, if you're not able to answer a question, apologize, but only for once. Not every time. The HR is asking you something, sir, I'm really sorry. Right now, I'm not able to recollect, sir. I'm really sorry, but I'll love to learn. I'll find out. I'm really sorry. But next time also, sir, I'm really sorry. I'm not able. Don't do that. Maybe once you can apologize. So note fraud work while virtual thing is happening. Even while doing a test, online test, please do not do any fraud work. A lot of people are doing that, not here, not in VIT. Other colleges, I hear a lot in, Coimbatore or Kerala and, even in Chennai, but don't do any fraud work, guys. So professionally, David, I'm not going. Punctuality matters. One thing which I don't see a lot of students are not doing that. If the interview is at 10 o'clock, come at 9 o'clock, 9:30. What is wrong? What's the problem if you can't? Don't come at 9:50 or something and then hurry. Don't do that. Keep your dress ready. Let's have a formals. Let's have a white shirt. Let's have a sky blue shirt. Let's have one pair of shoes, chalo, but let's have a formal shoes with socks. This one interview, not interview. See, even before entering the panel room, people notices, HR notices. HR listens. So I'm not going to go deep into that. Dress code, of course, try to be in formals. Yeah, this is virtual thing. So, things might go wrong, guys. I always believe, when it is tech. See, I'm a kind of a person, trust me, I'm a kind of a person, even if my laptop is shut down, still you will find a cello tape on my webcam. Soch. My laptop is shut down. So if I'm not using my webcam, I'll use a cello tape, a thick one. I'll close my webcam. I'm not using my webcam, but still I'll close my webcam. So you don't know, right? You will wear all these shorts and everything, and you'll think that you switched off your webcam. The HR is still sitting there. Thank you so much. You'll get out. And don't trust, right? Tech things, right? That's what I'm giving an example. I'm a person who ensures that if I use my webcam, I'll tear up, that cello tape off. I'll webcam, put it back. But my webcam is closed when I'm not using. I've closed it actually. Not shut down. I'll do that. So I'm just giving you some examples. Questions to ask at the end of the interview. I think, again, don't show off. Don't show off, giving shake hands. Again, a very good question asked by a lot of people. Sir, should I shake hands? But yes, if your hand is not sweaty and stuff like that. But if you're very scared, don't do it. Like some people say when I meet the HR for the first time. But always remember, if the HR is forwarding his hand, please shake it. But again, shaking hands doesn't mean that you touch his 4 fingers. It's like proposing, you don't do that. Boys, my humble request, many people have done that. You are all bodybuilders and six pack or family pack or whatever. Don't twist his hand. It happened. I know it sounds funny, but it happened. Maybe you are a cricket player or whatever, so strong, you twisted his hand. He's like, and where is he going to show the anger? He'll check for a registration number. What is his registration number? Tell. Swaha. He'll reject you. Don't do that. A professional decent shake hand. And don't do it 3 to 4 times. It's not a skipping rope where you keep jumping together. Give a decent shake hand, but don't give if you don't want. But if the HR forwards his hand, please give a shake hand. Towards the end of the interview, if the HRs, otherwise don't go and ask, thank you so much, don't show off. Sometimes it can end in trouble. Don't do that. If you're very confident, fine. Thank you so much. It was an amazing. Now, thank you so much, sir. It was a great learning experience. This is one answer which I expect you guys. Don't go too much. I look forward, fine. I always believe in positivity and selected, fine. Don't talk too much towards the end of the interview. Thank you so much. It was an amazing experience, sir. Thank you. Leave. The HR might ask you. Especially don't talk about the salary or the job description. Everything is there in the Neopat when you get it. Already you should be aware of it. So do not ask about salary. Do not ask about location. Do not ask about any kinds of facilities. Don't do that, guys. You will lose the job. Again, tough questions. This is what I said. How many of you have seen a website? HR usually asks that. Situational questions. They might give you questions like this. What will you choose? So do not think that the interview round is all about, tell me about yourself. What is your strength? What is your weakness? No, they might ask you some tricky questions. So what will you choose? Who's going to answer that? 70,000 per month. Globally recognized company. Wow. Bala is here. Bala, what about you, man? Poor Bala will never sit again in the front row. That's it. This is the end. Bala, which one you'll choose? Both you can't have. Oh, 70,000. Oh, globally recognized company with 70,000. Why 90,000 you don't want, Bala? Tomorrow is not certain, right? So now itself work, get good. Again, another question. Who can answer that? Anyone? Now, I'm not telling that it can happen. I'll give you a very simple example. From morning till afternoon, the HR was asking questions like, what is your greatest strength? Do you know about programming languages? How much you know about coding? How do you rate yourself as a leader from 1 to 10? All these typical interview questions from morning till afternoon. Now, this guy is bored. 4 o'clock, his questions changed. You know what are the questions? Tell me something about the recent movie that you watched. Now, all these VID, they were crazy with all platform coding, this, that. The question was, tell me about the recent movie that you watched. Trust me, it's a tough question if you really go through it. Even if you watch a movie explaining about it, it's going to be tough sometimes. So they might ask you such tricky questions. How would you sell a comb? And I think questions like this. What if my answer is right and I'm 100% confident about it, but the HR says wrong answer? What do you want to say? What would you do if I made a mistake that no one else noticed? Would you address the error and risk slowing things down? Or would you accept the fact and tell the HR? So think about it. All these things. So my first request is these are some of the... never say I don't know the answer. I'm not familiar, but I love to learn. Right now, I'm not able to recollect. This is again a very popular answer. Right now, I'm not able to recollect. So never tell the HR I don't know. I still remember one student, sir, it is not in the syllabus. Please don't do that. HR will also say you're not in our list. So don't do that. Sir, I'm really sorry. Use of appropriate words. Excuse me, sir. I'm really sorry. This is one thing which one of the vice presidents actually of the company said. I know I love when students talk to me with professionalism, use of words. For example, when you sneeze, what do? Yeah. You don't say, ha, sir. You don't do that. You take your handkerchief or at least, you do it and say, excuse me. Mannerisms. Excuse me, sir, I'm really sorry, but I'm not able to recollect that. But as I said, not every time. Don't say, sir, I'm really sorry. Sir, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer. HR will also say, sorry. Strength and weakness is all there. I don't want to, go deep into it. Assessment form, so a lot of students, I want to conclude with that. You people think that HR is like Aram se, they sit and they interview you and he has no other job. He has to document each and every interview. When I do an interview, if I reject someone, I have to tell my boss why I have rejected so many people. I have to document. See, if you check it, this is one sample which is there. There are different parameters. See, functional competence, professional attitude, reasoning ability. Or look for the next one. See, personal interview ratings, basic subject knowledge, attitude, soft skill, overall assessment. See, for every student I'm sure you might have not seen all these things. They have to submit a documentation. If I've come to VIT, if I've recruited 100 students, if I have rejected 50, for 150, I have to give a document. 100, why I have selected this document, I have to give. This is one of the documents. 50, why I have rejected, I have to give reasons why I rejected it. It's not a time pass just because, you look like Hrithik Roshan, I selected. No, man, it's damn serious business. I have to give proper documentation. It is not a joke. Auditing is there. Auditing, they look for all these documents. I have to document it. So do not think that they are simply seated and no. Everything I have to document. Keep that thing in mind. Again, assessment parameters, communication skills, analytical skills. They look for all these things. Again, I'm telling. How do you rate yourself as a leader? All these questions can ask. To sum up, online courses, certifications, English speaking, learn a new language, hackathons. Take care of your health. Very important. That matters the most, especially when your placement season is coming. Please take good food. Try to reduce your Swiggy ordering stuffs and all. Please take good food. You need to have a good health here to attend the interview process. Trust me, or else it's going to screw up your entire day. But again, if you're having high fever on the interview day, please wash your face, put whatever creams you want. Do not go and tell the HR, sir, I'm having fever, sir. Not well. And you believe that HR is going to have a sympathy. Oh, choochvi, oh, so sad. Trust me, don't expect any kind of sympathy from the HR. We are not here for, no, we are here for business. If I select Bala, again, poor guy. If I select him, what is my profit? How my company is going to benefit? Because tomorrow Bala enters the company and imagine Bala does something wrong. The management is going to blame the HR. You selected Bala from VID, you have done this. He's going to question me. So please, no emotions, no speeches. It's damn business there. If I select you, if I give you, let's say, 2 lakhs per month, 1 lakh per month, whatever, how is he going to benefit my company? Whether he's going to stay in my company or after 6 months will he escape? 1 year will he go? That matters the most for the HR. So healthy food, of course, family and friendship, very important, especially family. Talk to your parents. Don't attend any interview process, fighting and all. Don't do that. Your age is like that. You get short-tempered, as I said, emotions. Please talk to your parents daily if possible, or at least you don't do that. They are the best people in your life, as I always say. Because once you're out of the main gate, all the gates, no one is going to be there for you except your parents. So please talk to them. If you're not getting selected, I've seen a lot of people crying and, the only difference between boys and girls I've seen is, girl, if you're not getting selected, you immediately cry sometimes. You get emotional. Let out the emotions. Boys don't do that. Boys are, sir, so what's the big deal? If I'm not getting selected, so what? Next company. Then you can see him going to the washroom and go to the washroom and look at the face. It's okay, yaar. What's the big deal? I was rejected by 11, yaar. 11 companies rejected me. So you learn. It's all learning, right? I can see a lot of people spending their entire life in here thinking about that, sir, I got rejected, my friend got selected. Who's your friend? Who is it in your life? Chalo, 4 years or 5 years, you're together. Fine. After that, keep in touch. You'll create a WhatsApp group. Maybe you'll meet on Jan 26 alumni meet. That's it, right? Don't get emotionally attached. Life is too hard outside. If you want to get emotionally attached, get attached to your parents. As I say, they are the best people. So get a job and, prove yourself. Go ahead. That matters the most. Family. Have you heard about dynamite, right? Heard it? Who invented it? Sir, who invented? Who invented it? What is the specialty of this guy? Have you heard about the Nobel Peace Prize? Amazing, right? It's everyone dream, I don't know how many of you dream here, but of course, across the world, people dream, let it be any field, they dream of getting the Nobel Peace Prize. Now let's go back to the past. Now this guy, Nobel, who's the founder, he was the founder of dynamite, and he was a Swedish chemist who made fortune with the dynamite, more money than he knew. So one day he was very much alive. The newspaper, what they did is, by mistake, instead of his, a brother's death, they declared that he is dead. In fact, it was his brother who died. But when he picked up the paper and saw his life work spelled out in front of him, that is what my life has been. This is what I will be known for. Death and bombs and murder. That day he changed his will. He donated his fortune to establish a prize honoring the most brilliant people on earth. And all they know is the Nobel Peace Prize, and that is legacy. You all know about Nobel Peace Prize and you all know about Nobel, but no one knows that this is the guy behind dynamite. So why I'm telling this, right? Why I'm telling this to you? The merchant of death to champion of peace. So ultimately, all that matters is not whether you are, a 9-pointer or an 8-pointer, or you have no communication skills, or you are nothing, or you had a very sad, tragic past, or whatever crap. In corporate, it doesn't matter. All that matters is currently, how can you contribute to our company? So forget about your past. What happened till now? When you step out of this Anna auditorium, please, whatever sad stories and Dukbari Kahani you have, put it in the dustbin. Get out of this room, prepare for your life. You have to work hard and get a job. What should I do for that? Go for it. Create your own identity in VIT. People are not going to, that's what I said. People are not going to think what you did for 10th or 12th or 4 years. Corporate life, have your own identity. Go for it. Get a job. So that matters the most. That's it. Thank you, guys. That's it from now. I know you're tired. Best of luck. Get a job. Thank you, guys. Now, I know you're all waiting to run. A QR code will be projected here. That's your attendance. I know you're crazy about it. So I think they will be displaying your QR code. Scan it. It takes you to Google form. Fill the details. And then you can leave for lunch once you have entered the details. So see whether you are able to enter the details, the QR code.